Now let's look at some accounts payable and expenses reports that are helpful for running your business. First, come under the Reports pull-down menu and let's go to Accounts Payable. Now the most popular report within Accounts Payable is the Aged Payables listing. Let's go ahead and pull this report up. This shows by vendor invoices that are due and which column they appear in: 30, 60, 90, and over 90 days. This report also offers drill down feature. Notice how my cursor turns into a magnifying glass when I'm on top of some of these amounts. So I can double click and drill down to the original transaction and see what it is. I can go to the bottom of this report to see how much money I owe to vendors: $10,757.02. And I can scroll through this report to see what that is made up of. Let's look at some other reports. This is a new one with more recent versions of Peachtree. Items purchased from vendors, and it's very useful. Let's pull this one up on the screen. This is going to show by vendor what we're buying from that vendor. We can see here Arbor Wholesale Suppliers, what we're buying from them, how many, and what the dollar amount is. To edit this report and either add or change information that shows up on it, we can come in to the filter window and go to the Fields tab. Here we can select different lines or columns to appear in the report. If we want to know the item description in addition to the item ID, if we want to see last purchase date that we purchased from this vendor, let's click OK and see how this report looks now. Here we now have line item descriptions and this last purchase date. And we can always put any of these reports in Excel for further manipulation. Down here are folders for 1099s, checks, labels, and purchase orders. Let's look at labels briefly. Here is the most popular vendor label. This is a 3 by 10, which means 3 columns by 10 rows, which is one of the more popular Avery label forms. Let's preview it. And you can see here how your vendor list could print up on Avery labels. Now once again, we encourage you to experiment with the report section of Peachtree. It is its strongest feature. You can extract and get all kinds of information out of Peachtree software, and doing so doesn't change or damage any of your data. So experiment with the reports, pulling the information up to see what it generates for you. Ultimately, the value in an accounting software program is how useful and accessible the information is. So as you, the user, you're going to want to know what information you can get at and how to get there.